Hi. Okay, so I know I posted a video a long time ago with one of my friends, and I haven't posted since. And some of my friends a few weeks ago came across my video that I made and thought that I should make another one, but I didn't think I should. But it's snowing outside and it's a snow day, and figure I need something to do. So all my friends say that I'm very opinionated. In no, I'm very opinionated, and I figured that maybe I should share my opinions because then other people might agree or disagree, and it would create conversation and make people think about certain issues that they might not talk about. So, I'm a sophomore in high school, and at my high school, we have a lot of drama. Either it's between friends or cliques or different issues that are going around. So, one issue right now for me and my friends is our math teacher. And we're in an honors class for geometry. And I absolutely hate geometry. I'm just going to put that out there right now. And our class is made up of 7 or 8 sophomores, and the rest are freshmen. And these freshmen are like crazy smart. And can be get it can get very annoying at times. And it's not that we're not smart or anything, it's just our teacher doesn't like us. She's very favoritive and biased towards the freshmen, and she doesn't really address us. And I don't even think I should be saying this because I don't want to get in trouble, but our teacher is just not the nicest or the warmest person. So that's an issue that we all face. And an opinion I have on like if you're dealing with a horrible teacher, I've never had a horrible teacher before, or at least not someone that has affected me in my learning. So I love everyone. I try to go along with everyone, and I'm as friendly with everyone as possible. So, like for my friends that know me, if I see someone going down the hallway and they look like they're having a bad day or whatever, I'll just be like, "Oh, hey, Kayla, what's up?" Or "Hey," and it seems like it changes their mood. And I'm just like a friendly person. So if I see you and I know you, I'll say hi to you, and hopefully maybe it'll change your day. So I could be the happiest person in the world, but before I go into the math class, I stand outside the door, and then once I like enter the door, my mood completely changes. It's like all the excitement and personality that I have is sucked out because my teachers just see. I don't know what to say about it because she's just she's see exactly. She's just not. I wouldn't say nice because she can be nice and very funny at times, but she just doesn't have a great teaching method. And now that we have a thing called core curriculum, it's a lot more self-teaching, but they didn't wane us onto it. It's just full on. Here's a packet, you do it, you have a test. Move on. So there's no reinforcement or anything. And that's something that bothers me because to be able to learn and know something, you have to have it drilled into you and really reinforced because that's the only way you're going to memorize it. So for me, I just don't like my teacher. I shouldn't say that. I like her as a person, but as a teacher and what she's teaching, I don't necessarily like her. I just don't get along with her because every time I have a question for her, she makes me sound like I'm dumb by the way she answers it, and she's not the most approachable person. So if I have a problem, I'll go to another teacher for help. And necessarily for me, it's not right because there's a disconnect with my teacher and me in the class. So a lot of us sophomores in my class, we just don't even open our mouths. We keep our mouths shut. We listen. We take notes. We do whatever we have to try to get the good grade. Because at this point, it's about the grade and it's not about the work. Because if we don't have the grade, we don't pass. So my advice, if you're dealing with a horrible teacher, is go get outside help. I know that my guidance counselor has been a rock for me. I go and talk to her and I'll complain and she'll agree with me. But then at the same time, with her agreeing with me, it makes me feel like the administration doesn't see that she's not the world's best teacher and they should evaluate her based on her teaching style. So I feel like the school district can do a lot more and they listen to the students and what they have to say. So for me, I would just like try to not get rid of her as a teacher, but like try to help her be able to connect with her students more. So I feel like administration, if you're complaining and making your voice heard and adults are agreeing with you, something should be done. And it can't be just one person. So I have a friend, and she's in my class, and I'm not going to use names because, you know, you shouldn't do that. And we complain about her all the time. We have a joke. We don't call her by her last name. And that's rude, and some people think it's rude. But, like, for us, it helps us get through the class. So, say her name is Anne. Her name is not Anne, but we'll just be like, oh, we have Anne's class next period, or oh my God, did you hear what Anne said today? And it just, for us, it helps us through it because it's been a long semester and it ends in January. So hopefully, when she has her baby, we have a better sub and we don't have to deal with her anymore, which is like our good thing. Like, all the, like, I'm addressing another issue at the same time. I wasn't always a big fan of freshmen because in my freshman year, I was friends with the juniors and seniors. And as a sophomore this year, I'm friends with the seniors. So I never really had that problem being an underclassman because all my friends were upperclassmen. So I was always hanging around with them. And this year, with the seniors from last year graduating, and now I have this group of seniors to hang out with. But to me, the freshmen seem more annoying because I'm not seeing the maturity that I see with the seniors that I hang out with. And so right off the bat, I was like, oh, I dislike freshmen. And right now, being in December, I've noticed that I don't dislike all freshmen, just the annoying ones that are quite immature. But I mean, we all were immature. We were all freshmen. And we all deal with the same thing of growing up. But for me now, as like December's here, it's like, oh, freshman in my math class, I don't hate you anymore. Let's talk. So like going to math, I'll see one of them and be like, hey, you ready for math? And usually our conversations consist of, yeah, I'm gonna fail that test, and that's like the demeanor of the classroom. But as an upperclassman per se, like sophomores aren't really upperclassmen until junior year, but like now, like for me, making friends with the freshmen in my math class have helped me with the horrible teacher I have, and they agree. And one day our teacher was out, and we had a sub teacher, and we didn't do anything in that class. Like, it was the most fun anyone had in that class. We all connected, we were all talking, and they were voicing their opinion. They made it look like they loved our math teacher. And as soon as she wasn't there and we had a sub, they were agreeing with me, and some of the other sophomores were saying that we don't like her, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, why aren't you voicing this? Why is it just us sophomores doing the work to like bring it to administration, our principal, our guidance counselors? And for me, like, I feel like connecting with the underclassmen is the best thing. So like, if you have a horrible teacher, you need to like be able to connect with your class because it makes you guys stronger. Because like, if you have a bond with your class, your classmates can help you with the work, and that's something that could help you through having a horrible teacher. Talk to a parent. Like, for me, I've never gotten a bad grade before. All my grades are usually a 95 or above. And this year, my first quarter, our semesters are broke up into quarters. So my first quarter, I got a 75, and I like freaked out. So me and my friends, we would all talk about it, and like we'd go get help. We have like a math session at night, and like there was one night I honestly came home and cried with my mom in my room, and I just cried, and she didn't know what was wrong because I wasn't telling her at first, and I was just like keeping the tests in my bag because I tell my mom everything. So when I told her, she looked at me and she was like, "Oh, there's a disconnect here." So when we went to our conference and told our teacher and that there was a disconnect, it went over her head. Like, she didn't even care. So my mom understands. So like, she knows I'm working at my best. I'm working really hard, and that's all that matters. It's just our teacher doesn't grade fairly. She doesn't teach right. Like, she goes through the material so fast. So as a sophomore, I feel like everyone can relate to having a bad teacher, and I think just like being able to have a support system and like be connected with other people and have someone to talk to really helps. And then just try your best. You can't give up because it's one teacher. She can't ruin your whole life. For me, I know that I want to go into law and politics, so at first I was like, oh, I'm never going to get into this school because of this quarter grade. But then I realized it's one quarter, and no matter where I go to school, that one quarter grade isn't going to follow me for the rest of my life. It's just going to be there, and it's going to make you a better person to work harder and whatever. So, um, I hope like you can see, like maybe you can relate to my situation, or like you know what I'm talking about, and that this advice helped. And I wanted to thank my friend Kayla and Rachel for telling me that I should do this because, like, I am very opinionated and I'm very open about what I have to say. Like, if I say something, it's because I mean it, or if something's bothering me, I'll always say it. So, I really think that it was a good idea. So, I'll make another video and maybe that would help. And I hope you guys subscribe and like. And if you have any suggestions, put them in the comment bar. And if you liked it, thanks.